Hi there, Mike DePrisco, IMA's President and CEO. One of my key priorities as CEO is the member, to ensure that everything we do adds value to the member experience. I've had many conversations with members and stakeholders during my first 90 days, and I've learned a great deal about how IMA can continue to support you, to be your go-to resource for all things career and professional development. Now, to talk more about that today, I'm here with a special guest, Jackie Oppenheim, IMA's Vice President of Education and Career Services, to share more about how members can benefit from the resources we have to offer. Welcome, Jackie.
Thanks for the introduction, Mike, and congratulations on the 90 days. Yes, hello, I'm Jackie Oppenheim, VP of Education and Career Services, or ECS, as we're known. Essentially, my team is responsible for supporting the member learning and career journey. And we do that through identifying topics, creating content and delivering content through multiple ways, through conferences, webinars, podcasts, and of course, e-learning courses. And everything that we create feeds into the 6 domains of the IMA competency framework.
Thank you again, Jackie, for being here today. As you know, I've traveled quite a bit in my first 90 days, and I've spoken to a lot of our members and volunteers all over the world to really understand what membership means to them. And I've gotten a lot of questions. And I wanted to ask you some of these questions. I hope you could provide some additional information and clarification to our members. So the first question is, we often hear from members that they aren't aware of all the value that's included in their membership dues. So can you talk a little bit about what's included from your area that members should know about?
Sure, absolutely. I think there's, we produce a wealth of educational content. I think the one thing that people are not quite aware of is that all of the 30 hours of continuing professional education that are required to maintain your CMA credential are all free as a part of the IMA membership. And it's more than 30 hours. We have over 80 hours of webinars and e-learning content. We have always have 2 new hours of the ethics requirements as well. And I think that really it's what I'm hearing a lot regularly that folks are not aware of.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent point. I don't think people realize the wealth or the rich diversity of learnings that we do have in our library. So yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. So of all those offerings that we have, what are some of the more popular offerings from an educational perspective that members find most useful?
Right. The one that I just find amusing is that always on the top 10 list is Excel training. People can't get enough Excel, apparently. And they love our tips in 10. Which are little nano modules of how you can do a certain function on Excel, but also increasingly using our certificate programs to prove mastery in a specific topic. I know you have taken some actually in your first 90 days, and so you're obviously familiar with them. Our data analytics and visualization certificate program is certainly one of the most popular, not just for professionals but for students as well. Our FP&A certificate and our courses on strategy and competitive analysis. Those are really popular, whether or not people are taking the CSCA credential as well. There are plenty. We've just introduced, as you know, the DEI and Sustainability Business Practice Certificate earlier on this year, right. And they've been very well received. I think what's interesting and actually good to point out is both of those topics are expanding topics, and they're also very, very wide across multiple departments within an organization. What we create within ECS is in the context of the accounting and finance community. So there's plenty of DEI content out there. There's very little that actually is specifically targeted for the accounting and finance community. So yeah, I think that's important to realize.
Yeah, that's a good point. That contextualization is really important. And you're right. I I did take both the DE&I certificate as well as the sustainability business practices certificates, and they were very, very good, I must say, very impressive. Okay, moving on. We have other questions here.
Okay.
A lot of what we do at IMA, of course, is focused around helping individuals advance in their careers.
Mhm.
So, what do you have for members who are looking specifically to build their skills and competencies to advance in their career, whether it's a early career
Mhm.
individual just getting started, or somebody looking to climb the career ladder later
Right.
in their career?
Um, I think that, I mean, we're very proud of the fact that we can support all the way through, student through early career, all the way through to the seasoned professional. I think it's terrific. And we're really, as I say, we're really proud of that. One of the key areas is career driver, the ability for an individual to go in and assess their skills against our competency framework. I would definitely encourage our members, if you haven't already done that, to go in, and it can help give you kind of a roadmap of where your skills might need to be developed to get to the next level in your career. We have a very rich content in leadership that's been developed through the IMA Leadership Academy over the last few years. And again, that's all parts of the leadership journey for our professionals. Mentorships, job boards, there's a whole bunch of tools, and I would encourage people to actually go to the website and look at the Your Career page, and there's a whole list of different tools that will fit your needs at any stage of your career.
That's very good advice. Thank you for sharing that. So let me move on to talk about what's to come this year. New educational products and webinars that members can look forward to in the next year or 18 months. I know your team is busy working on a lot of new concepts, ideas, and so
Yep.
forth. Maybe you can give us a sneak peek into some of that.
Sure, we've got some really exciting stuff coming down the pike. There's a couple of things that literally will be in the next month or so. One is a new certificate program on cybersecurity. So expect to see that in probably early August time. Another is a new product, which is in collaboration with the new digital Strategic Finance magazine. So content that is around some of the articles. Again, make sure you read your emails and hear about that. And then we have constantly webinars coming out. We've got one in July on the future of the FP&A skill set, talking about digital AI, the different analytics, and what that function looks like in the future. And then, as you know, we've got excellent podcasts with some really interesting people on a whole host of different topics, including credentialing, including blockchain, ChatGPT, you name it.
And
Lots of
all
stuff.
of this is included in the overall value of being a member at IMA, right? I mean,
Yes,
let's not
with the
forget that.
exception of our certificate programs, which are not free, but members do get a very competitive discount to that content.
Great.
But the webinars are all free, the podcasts are all free.
Well said, Jackie. And I can't thank you enough for taking the time to be on the hot seat and
Yeah,
take all those questions from our
no, happy
members. But I
to.
think it's great information, brilliant information. I'm sure individuals will be checking out our website and our
Yes.
assets and our resources. Thank you so much for your time today. And thank you all our members for your support, and look forward to seeing you around in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.